if you're in Miss McCrae's class, we've already read this book before, but it is one of my favorites, so I had to bring it home so that we could read it again together because I love this one. It's called Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon. While I'm reading it today, I want you thinking about how we treat other people and how we can appreciate things that might be different about other people. It says written by Patty Lavelle and illustrated by David Cottrell. So we know that the author writes the words and the illustrator draws the pictures. Molly Lou Melon stood just taller than her dog and was the shortest girl in the first grade. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Walk as proudly as you can and the world will look up to you." So she did. Molly Lou Melon had buck teeth that stuck out so far she could stack pennies on them. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Smile big and the world will smile right alongside you." So she did. That is a big smile. Molly Lou Melon had a voice that sounded like a bullfrog being squeezed by a boa constrictor. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Sing out clear and strong, and the world will cry tears of joy." So she did. Molly Lou Melon was often fumble-fingered. That means she was a little bit clumsy. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Believe in yourself, and the world will believe in you too." So she did. It's pretty impressive. Then Molly Lou Melon moved to a new town. She had to say goodbye to her grandma and all of her friends. Think about how you think Molly Lou Melon feels when she has to move away from all of her friends. Yeah, I think she's probably feeling pretty sad and disappointed. And start in a new school. She may even be feeling a bit worried since she doesn't know anyone. On the first day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Shrimpo in gym class. When the game started, Molly Lou Melon caught the football, ran under the legs of Ronald Durkin, and scored a touchdown. All the children thought, "Wow, she's good." And Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. Foolish means he felt really silly. He felt kind of silly for calling her a name. And then she ended up doing a great job. On the second day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Buckytooth Beaver. Molly Lou Melon took out her pennies, stacked 10 high on her teeth, and smiled as big as day. All the children smiled with glee, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. On the third day of school, Ronald Durkin said, "You sound like a sick duck. Honk, honk." Molly Lou Melon sang out a quack so clear and strong that it made Ronald Durkin somersault backwards, hit his head, and have to go to the nurse. All the children cried with joy to be free of Ronald Durkin for the rest of the afternoon, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. On the fourth day of school, Ronald Durkin said that she'd made the snowflake all wrong. But Molly Lou Melon opened up her paper and revealed the most beautiful snowflake of all. All the children oohed and ahed, even Ronald. So Molly Lou Melon isn't letting herself get discouraged because Ronald Durkin is not being nice to her. Instead, she's being okay with being a little bit different from everyone else, and she's coming up with some really cool stuff. On the fifth day of school, Ronald Durkin brought Molly Lou Melon a stacking penny for her tooth and smiled at her. Why do you think Ronald Durkin is bringing her a penny? And how do you think that makes Molly Lou Melon feel? Maybe he's trying to say he's sorry for not being very kind to her earlier in the school week. And maybe he's trying to say sorry. That night, Molly Lou Melon took out a pencil and paper and wrote a letter to her grandma. Dear Grandma, I wanted to tell you that everything you told me was exactly right. Love, Molly Lou Melon. So I want you to think about a time when you felt a little bit different from other people. So it's really great, actually, when you have different abilities and skills and qualities than other people. So I want you to think about something that makes you special, and maybe you could write a note in your homework journal or on a piece of paper just sharing what makes you special and why that's so great.